Thanks for tuning in. I'm Tommy Campbell, and I do not have any classified documents. Former Vice President Mike Pence kept classified documents at his home in Indiana, and we know his security is flimsy since his main concern in life is having his wife chaperone any meetings with women. Pence had scoffed at the documents in Joe Biden's garage and said Donald Trump's haul of top-secret docs would hurt his 2024 chances. And now, here we are. There's a lot more to this, and we're going to have fun getting into it.
I don't believe, they told me, I said, give me a little time, because I have a lot of people waiting for me back in a place called Palm Beach, Florida. They said, give me a little time. What do you think it'll take? Oh, about 15, 20 minutes, sir, in and out. I said, well, it can take longer. This is a little longer than 15 minutes, right?
Yes, that was Donald Trump at a memorial for cubic zirconia complaining about length. Well, at least we know he didn't have to worry about leaving to use the toilet. He probably just regretted not making it a double diaper day. Melania was not in attendance, but she'll probably enjoy seeing him whine about length since she's complained about his length and girth and the pasty stink blob it's connected to since the day they met. It is pouring MAGA tears. Mike Pence joins the Top Secret Documents Club, and I have a laugh with comments that have aged like milk and get after what this means for Mike and others. I mock the latest and stupid, including highlights from a memorial service turned Trump rally, right-wing Xbox hysteria. By popular demand, I have a hilarious new, genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book, and more.
Melanie was a topless model who came to the USA on an Einstein visa for geniuses. Yet she was dumb enough to marry me.
This is really cool.
The FBI collected over a dozen classified documents from former Vice President Mike Pence's home in Indiana, despite him saying he possessed no classified documents. A small number of documents bearing classified markings were inadvertently boxed and transported to Mr. Pence's home at the end of Donald Trump's presidency, his lawyer wrote in a letter shared with the media.
Did you take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
Do you see any reason for anyone to take classified documents with them leaving the White House?
Well, there'd be no reason to have classified documents, particularly if they were in an unprotected area.
Protection for Pence is having his wife tag along anytime he has to meet with a woman. He had documents in his home, just like Biden, and two wrongs do not make a right. But at least we can believe Biden and Pence were both unaware about the documents in their possession. If Pence knew there were documents there all along, he'd let it slip to Trump, who'd show up at his home in Indiana to grab lunch and try and get some top secret stuff to go.
Little doggy bag. Don't worry, they'll be safe with me. I'll have Kushner look after them on his next trip to see the Saudis. Terrific people.
First, it'll take some heat off Biden, since the right wing will have trouble with the finger pointing now that the former VP had classified documents as well, and we know they weren't next to his Corvette. Pence is more of a Miata driver. This is why it'll really hurt Donald Trump. It's not just the taking the heat off Biden, it's showing yet another person who cooperated instead of putting up a fight. Trump took them on purpose and then refused to cooperate when they were asked to be returned. He faces a criminal investigation for allegedly mishandling files, and this document find is only going to make Trump look worse. And there is a part of me, just a little part of me, that wants to believe that Pence was feeling left out. And he just searched his home with his wife. They found some documents, and they're like, look, we're important too. And then made the call to get rid of them. Has Mike Pence always known about these documents and is just coming forward now, or did he genuinely just stumble upon them? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Don't just put on kiss makeup and Botox and pretend Ivanka's joining because she's not. When her loser husband stops brothers from checking some part of Ivanka's box, then she's not allowed to be with any bros, because that's what happens, folks, for no real reason. Okay? Lay me. Just lay me, folks. Source won't function smoothly. That's where the spicy broad is making it hard for us, folks. So, Major Puss is to blame. Guilfoyle has no shame.
Still with that potato sack pose and a tie that fits so poorly, you'd think Rudy Giuliani was his tailor.
Simon is talking to Jesus, and she is saying, Jesus, please make sure that Donald J. Trump is the next president of the United States of America. Somebody better get you. Show me around.
Well, it's come out that Diamond had heart disease from chronic high blood pressure, and I think this fella's trying to join her up there.
He treated us just like Laura. He treated us just like the other children. Eric, Don Jr., Tiffany.
First person she mentions isn't even one of Trump's kids, and I think she was scrambling there and hesitant to even name Ivanka, because if Trump treated Silk like Ivanka, that means he'd be putting her on his lap and telling her how he wanted to date her.
I knew Diamond, but I didn't know Silk at all. I just learned about Silk. You're fantastic. You're going to carry on beyond anybody's wildest imagination.
Just fantastic when someone goes on about how you treated them like family, and he later says,
I just learned about the other one. There's two of them.
This is up there with Trump calling Matt Gaetz Rick.
It was Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Can it ever be like Rick Gates' fault? I mean, it's always Trump's fault, Rick.
Dean Prowler, Mick Forehead, where are you at? Let's fire up the Venmo, get some ladies to the hotel. Terrific.
Now you have like a full-powered Xbox and you're eating pizza rolls on a gas stove. I mean, it's crazy what they're doing, but we understand what this is. It's not that it's actually going to offset emissions, okay? The level of reduction is infinitesimal, but they're trying to recruit your kids into climate politics at an earlier age. Make them climate conscious now.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. You're right. They're going after the children.
Of course they are. But again, what's the point of video games? It's for kids to be kids. Now you sit down, pick up a controller, and they're like, by the way, the world's on fire. Ah! You know what I mean? You just want to play the game.
Purple M&Ms, gas stoves, video games. You know, there are articles on standby mode sucking power going back 15 years. I just don't get why they freak out about gas going up a few cents, but have no problem throwing money away when it comes to electricity usage. It is peak MAGA dum-dum to pride yourself on being wasteful. There are over 20 million Xbox One X consoles sold. We're just talking one gaming device, and it uses 11 to 13 watts in standby mode per hour. That's roughly 260 million watts of wasted electricity on just one console. Not exactly infinitesimal, especially when you consider that the average home uses just under 30,000 watts a month. So that's the power of nearly 9,000 homes being chucked away. I really enjoy video games. In fact, I've voiced several popular video games, and I wish I had more time to play games, but I did become aware of the power consumption of games when I lived in the UK, because utilities are so much more, and it's not acceptable there to be wasteful. Yeah, it's not laughable to try and reduce your consumption like it is for the guests on the entertainment channel for Married Cousins. Modern gaming consoles are powerful machines, and they use 35 to 50 times the energy of a Roku, Apple TV, or the software built into your smart TV or cable box. So when we watch streaming shows, we won't use the Xbox or PlayStation, we'll use something else that makes more sense. We're not trying to be political, we're just being intelligent.
The climate stuff is so ridiculous. I like my Xbox like I like my Proud Boys, on standby. Melania likes hers the way she always is, turned off.
This is really cool.
For those new to the show, I'm glad you found me. Thank you. For several months, I've been reading a genuine page from Lauren Boebert's book. I do this once a week, and it's been pretty wild. In this section, we are at her place of work, about to search for an intentionally missing hamster. Let's get back to it. My hamster, Mountain Dew, is no stranger to excitement. You end up in the Boebert's house, you better be ready to tussle with these wildcats. Fortunately, he fit right into our world of God-loving fun. The kids came up with a trampoline drinking game that we played before church with Mountain Dew. Jason, with a Y, calls it Don't Splat the Rat, and that furry fella sure can get some air. The thing is, we play on a bouncy surface, so it's totally safe. Sure, there's our burn pit next to it and Jason's smash pile. He and the boys made this cinder block stack that they throw his Coors empties at. It's a pretty big mess, but my hubs always says it's part of our home security. I guess you don't want to mess with the house with a broken glass smash pile. Fun fact, smash pile is another of Jason's names for me, but that one only gets thrown around when his prison buds are over and the kids are asleep. I'll have to save that corncob facehole story for another time. This event at Lady Buns is just some good, clean family entertainment, and there's money on the line. But the floor of this bar is no bouncy trampoline. It is as hard as the rocks I crashed my Jeep into after that boozy off-road adventure, so I wasn't about to just stand here and watch my hamster get slung across the room. I pulled out my piece, and all hands went up. Things get very serious very fast when you exercise your Second Amendment rights. Everyone put their hands up and took a step back. Everyone except Mr. Fong. I know his American is not up to speed, but you'd think the sight of a morning hot dancer 5 tequilas deep waving her Glock would be, universal. Nope. He jumped up and down clapping and started to wave his scarf around. I was seconds from squeezing off a warning shot into the ceiling, something I have not done since St. Patrick's Day. Things always get crazy here on Irish New Year's. I'll tell you all about my special outfit and the crazy big day another time. Right now, I'm trying to prevent our family's trampoline toy and drinking buddy from getting the Trump hamburger treatment. It was like a fairy tale. If you've enjoyed this genuine page from Low Rent Booze Burp's latest book, let me know in the comments, and I'll see about reading another page next week. Thank you.
Been spending a lot of time with Carrie Lake. I think she needs to carry a filter, though. It's like the hamburger on the menu versus the one you get.
This is really cool.
Liberals voted for a demented president. MAGA tears. You are one of those people killing our country. MAGA tears. Where I'm from, we call whiny men like this Pop-Tarts. Get in the toaster, Blueberry. MAGA tears. Vote Republican. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video or posting it on your social media and following me on mine. It costs you nothing and makes a huge difference for me. I am a one-man show here, from script to screen, the editing, even the graphics. So if you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link or smash that super thanks button, and be sure to check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries and have toured with Jim Jefferies for several years. I have 3 albums. You can stream them on Spotify, Apple Music, or catch them on SiriusXM. Thanks for watching. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.